All right, welcome back to Ron's Garage. As you can see, I kind of cleaned off my workbench a little bit. I still got stuff to put away over here. I kind of can't get in the mood knowing that it might be sold and I might have to move. You know, it could be a month, could be a year, who knows. But in the meantime, while I'm thinking about what I'm going to do with that steering box, I think I got to order a rebuild kit. I borrowed some Alumiweld rod from a friend, and I've got some pieces of aluminum here, and I'm going to give that a shot. I've never done it before. I've watched it on YouTube, so I'm just going to give it a shot and see what I've got. I've got a piece of round stock, round tube there clamped to a piece of flat stock, and I've got some MAP gas and a torch. I used to have a hose on that torch head, but the squirrels ate it, so I got to get another one of those. But in the meantime, I thought I'd just give this a shot. So I'm going to set you down and try to let you watch this with me. We'll see how that works out. There, I think you can see that. So let me screw in my torch to the bottle. I know how to solder and I know how to weld. I'm not perfect at welding, but I do know how to do it. So I'm told it's kind of like soldering, but not. But if you know what I mean, I don't know. We shall see. So let's give it a shot. Breaking pieces off of it. Tells me it's not quite hot enough yet. Well, that's ugly, isn't it? It's not sticking either. I don't know if I cleaned that up good enough. I didn't do a great job on it. I don't think it's sticking. I'm not real concerned with what it looks like right now. I'm just trying to use the rod to push it around a little bit. Well, I don't think that worked very well. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong. Let me unscrew this torch head from the bottle so it doesn't, there's no valve on it except for the push button. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll break that off and clean it up a little bit better and try again. Of course, it could be that all this stuff's just too thick and even MAP gas won't get it hot enough. So let me try again in a minute. Okay, I let it cool off a little bit and cleaned it up a little bit better. So we're going to try take 2. And that is the skinniest rod that is in the pack. So I know it's, I don't know it's not the rod, but well, you know what I mean. So we're going to try it again. It could be this shit's just too thick. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping this works because I really like an industrial look on an interior and even somewhat under the hood. And my plan is to kind of build a center console and some parts of the dash with aluminum. And I'd like to use this aluminum weld stuff to do that, to do some of that with anyway. You know, I like like an aluminum face on the console with toggle switches, and you know, for the ignition and even the start and that kind of thing. So I'm hoping this kind of works, or I'm kind of hoping it works. So let's try again. Well, I can't be sure. I mean, in some places it kind of looks like it was sticking. In other places it doesn't. Again, I'm not too worried about how it looks. I just want to see if it works. I watched those guys on the internet do this and then try to break it apart, and it wouldn't break. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or if it's just not as good as everybody says it is that I watch online anyway. So I'm going to let it cool down for a minute, and I'll bring you back and I'll try to break it. I'm sure it'll just snap right off, but we'll see. Okay, it has cooled off enough, I think, for me to try it. It took a while, about a half an hour. I know it doesn't seem like that to you, but it's like watching paint dry, waiting for this to cool. So let me just take my clamp off of here, which may be an issue in and of itself. Maybe this was acting as a heat sink, I don't know. So let me just try to, well, I'll tell you what, it's not just by my hand, it's not coming off of there. I'm impressed. Let me put a little torque assist in here, see what that does. Well, I gotta tell you, I'm impressed. It's ugly, but now I'm sure I could get that to snap off if I got my BFH out, but I can't even with a torque assist stuck in the hole, I can't get it to snap off of there. So I'm impressed. Now I just have to learn how to do it a little neater in case it's going to be visible. Most of it won't be, that I have planned anyway. So basically what I'm going to do is I've got a couple pieces of this. It is, let me tell you how big it is. It is, I know I'm jerking you around a little bit here. It's 4 1/4. This piece is about 2.5 feet, and I've got another longer piece over here. One of these is going to end up being my dash panel with holes for the gauges, and then I'm going to get some thicker stuff, or not thicker but wider and longer, to be the face if you will of the center console, and maybe the sides too. The console will come down from the dash and then flatten out and go back, in my mind anyway. With toggle switches, a radio, if I put one in, will go in there. I'm going to use the hydraulic push button kind of emergency brake, the big red handle on it, the big red knob, because it's going to be the easiest solution for me, and I'll take it from there. All right, I'm going to cut this off now on this section anyway. I'm going to work on the seats a little bit. I may or may not put some more video up on that, but we shall see. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.